Make peace with letting people down. You can set boundaries even if that might lead to disappointing others. In the past few years, several celebrities have captured the spotlight by stepping back to prioritize their mental health. First, it was Simone bowing out of the 2020 Olympics at the early. Then Naomi Osaka avoided talking to the press at the 2021 French Open, and the singer Sean cancelled a tour in 2022. Most recently, the pop star Chapelle Lowan pulled out of two music festival performances. These high-profile acts of self-preservation highlight an uncomfortable truth. Although self-care is important, putting your own needs first often means letting others down. When you set boundaries, there is a good chance that some people will experience hurt, anger, and disappointment, said Jay, a licensed therapist and the author of Setting Boundaries That Stick. The prospect of disappointing someone may cause you to set aside your own needs. Ms. Assad said, but you can get better at saying no without beating yourself up. We asked her and other mental health experts to share a few strategies. It feels uncomfortable. Amy, 54, is a self-described former people pleaser, but during the pandemic, she found herself overextended while caring for a child with a chronic health issue. For the first time, she needed to learn to become comfortable saying no. When she announced her decision to step down as the board president of an organization where she volunteered, she said a weird silence followed. The hard part, if you're a people pleaser, is to not feel that silence, to not say, oh, but never mind, maybe I can figure it out, said Mr. W. Also happy to help, a collection of essays on the topic that will be released in January. Setting boundaries can be a challenge because we are inherently social creatures, said Kay, a therapist and the author of True to You. It's automatic for the human brain to care about what others think, Dr. S said, and for good reason. We are built to cooperate and to keep calm and happy. Understanding that dilemma can give you courage to set boundaries, whether they are big, like pushing back in a workplace that piles on more work than you can handle, Dr. S said, or relatively small, like not answering a phone call from your mother when you are busy, even if that makes her anxious, she added. Upper context, not too much. No is a completed sentence. Dr. G, a psychiatrist and author of The Self-Healing Mind, hears this phrase a lot. That sounds cute, he said, but I think in real life it's really hard to just tell everyone no. Of course, you do not owe anyone specifics about your health or well-being, Dr. Brown said, but sharing a bit of context can help foster understanding. Feel free to keep it simple like, no, I can do this because I need to focus a little more on my mental health, he said, and do not let yourself get drawn into a back and forth. He advised clients to keep in mind that boundary setting is not the same as burning bridges. You can always change your mind or set incremental limits on your time. No, doesn't have to be this permanent thing, he said. Take it easy on yourself. Self-compassion is about finding a sweet spot between our needs and the needs of others, said that Kay, an associate professor of educational psychology at the University of Texas at Austin, who has written several books on the topic. After you let someone down, Dr. N recommends taking a few deep breaths and closing your eyes. Think about the person you let down and the precipitating event, and spend a few moments sitting with any feelings of pain or guilt that arise. Next, remind yourself that you are human and encourage yourself to accept who you are, and try not to see another person's reaction as a reflection on you. Ms. Assad emphasized that you are not responsible for anyone's feelings, which can be shaped by that person's history or the kind of day the person is having. Like an authoritative parent, many parents become accomplished at tolerating their children's distress while still setting boundaries, Dr. S said. And there is research showing that this type of authoritative parenting served children well. I don't think we are very good at remembering this with other adults, Dr. S said. The same parents who are authoritative at home may struggle to say no to a boss, she said, or to a demanding friend. So it can help to channel a parental mindset. Dr. S said, remember that another person's distress won't kill you, and that preserving your well-being will ultimately strengthen your relationship. This is how we help kids grow up, she said about boundary setting, and this is how we help each other grow up also.